Hello guys, I keep getting emails. Please show us how to do inlay. And I always respond by saying go and buy Larry Robinson's DVD. It has everything you need to know. Nonetheless, I still get the inquiry, so I'm just going to touch on it. Basically, going over what Larry does and what I do on my own, taking from Larry's DVD. And here it is. Oh, this is all you really need. Basic inlay techniques with Larry Robinson. The best there is that I found in learning inlay work. So what he basically says, you get a pattern, you draw your artwork, or you use some kind of pattern. I am a lousy artist. I flunked art, so I just use patterns, and I trace. So this is a common, this lizard is a common theme here in Hawaii. Here's something that I cut out of a magazine. Well, just glue stick it on, and then I'm going to trace it. Now to trace it, you just get a number 10 X-Acto knife, cut around the edges to form the basic pattern that you're going to cut with a router. Now Larry, after he cuts the pattern, takes chalk, scrapes the chalk so that it makes an outline of the pattern with the chalk, so that you can route inside the interior part of that outline you make. For light wood, I use lead pencil. Yeah, this is mango wood. So the chalk I use, as you can see, I put the chalk. You won't see it there well. So I just scrape the lead pencil to get the outline that you're going to route. Here is a pattern of taro leaf, a leaf pattern. This is a custom project for Lopaka, so he wanted this design. So all I'm going to do is cut it with my number 10 X-Acto knife, and then route it out, and then cut the abalone or the mother of pearl. Here's something I found in a craft store, a template. Yeah, it has chickens, it had goats, so it's already had the lizard. So I just use that, tape it on, get my router, and just route the interior. I put that chalk there to show you. The interior that's been routed out. Yeah, do the rough outline and go and finish up with my fine chisel. I use a Dremel. If you've seen my other tapes, I use a Dremel for just about everything. I have other routers, but I tend to favor this Dremel because it comes with a lot of attachments. This one here I use for my engraving work. I call it engraving work. Doing this inlay work is like engraving. Gives me this window I can look in. I can up and down, raise it, lower it to the depth of the abalone or mother of pearl. You can get abalone from suppliers. You can get mother of pearl from suppliers. You can get it in big sheets. You can get it in pieces. This is 1 millimeter, very thick, very good. You can get inlay work done in Asia. The problem with Asia, you have to specify the thickness, otherwise you're going to get paper thin. If you don't mind paper thin, it's cheap and very fast. Laser cutting, CNC cutting for big operations, big shops. For small shops like myself, we still do it by hand. And I have contracted out to Asia. I have two uh, laser cutter operators in Asia that I use. But doing it by hand, you do it by hand. You get a Jewish saw. You get the blades. This is from Stowett McDonald, fine blades number 662. So I use medium and fine. You get this from Stowett McDonald, this little board that allows you to cut. This button allows you to do the cutting with your saw. Yeah, allows you to do that fine work. You want to get this hook up here to blow that very fine abalone dust. You don't want to breathe that in. Use a mask, blow that away, vacuum it away from you. But I've outlined the design that I'm cutting. And I want to have that outline in the slot that's going to do the cutting. I want to clamp this down, clamp this board down on your workbench as you cut. Yeah, and it's slow work. Some people use a Jeweler's bifocal kind of vision, augmented vision, so you can see the cut. Yeah, think you can see the cut there. That's going to Lopaka's fretboard I'm working on. So that's all it takes. Fine cutting, get a pattern. Names are the hardest. Names are the hardest. You really have to have a fine, steady hand to engrave, to cut that particular type of pattern. Now, this 1mm, I don't go that deep. So there's a raised portion above the woodwork. So when you glue that in, I use crazy glue for all my inlay work. When you glue that in, you start to sand it down, work it down to fine grit to smooth it out below to even out with the level. Because sometimes you're going to have some fill. You're going to cut too much or not enough. You're not going to cut enough like this in here, so you have to fill. You use some kind of wood fill to compensate. Or if you want to, here's another overcutting on my part. So you'll have to correct those errors, and it's going to happen, especially when you're starting out. But really, that's about all there is to it. Very basic, very easy to really the only hard part is cutting the design. Hard in a way that if the more intricate work you do, the more work you will require to do. So if I take big sheets, I do a lizard like this, I take big sheets, it's not that hard. The only part's going to be hard would be the fingertips, the eyeballs to cut out. But go look for this kind of template if you can. Really saves you a lot of time. I found that this puppy here saves me a lot of time. Okay, good luck, and go to Larry's website, send him questions, tell him I sent you.